I am a kicker. I like to kick a lot. So therefore, I know a little bit about kicking and distancing, timing, and so forth. What I want you to understand, me as the defender against Steve as the aggressor with a certain kick, you must understand that I need distance to do the kicking. So therefore, Steve is going to need that distance. So when Steve, let's say, throws a rear leg roundhouse kick at me, he needs this distance so I can defend against it. If I'm in here and he throws that kick, now I can defend against it fairly easily. The problem of it is, on some of us, this leg is fairly quick. So if I'm standing this way and Steve just picks the leg up to kick, boom, I might get hit before I can react. One very important thing I want you to understand. Steve is going to be the aggressor today. Just for a split second, when he throws the kicking movements, he's on one leg. He is balanced on one leg. That is the time that I, the defender, has to take advantage of his mistakes or take advantage of his off-balancing, let's say. So let's say Steve is standing in this position, and he's going to throw a front kick from this position. Now, just for a minute, if he just throws it in this position, he can hold that balance for a certain length of time. But let's say he's trying to hit me. Boom. Now, see, he's going to come forward just for me. Before now, we have the distance and I am protected. When he comes forward, boom, here I come. Now, look at the distance that we have. I want you to think of this, because now I can work this movement. Very seldom will he throw that front kick and then punch right after. See where I am? See where I am for the balance. I don't care if he punches because I'm going to be under those hand techniques, just like we did in the previous tape, to get under those movements. But for the kicking kicks, for the kicking techniques themselves, I want you to think of distance, because pain hurts. It'll ruin your whole day. So why get hit? Be able to defend, be able to keep that distance. Also, when Steve throws this kick and I step back, he has to reach. He has to reach me. Boom. Now look at the distance. Even if he has a combination, let's say a front kick into a roundhouse kick. Boom, here. Look at that. Now, what happens? See, I am way too close now. I can defend fairly easily. So what you have to understand is, again, distancing and timing. I'm out of the range for the initial kick. I am in range for the subsequent movement, or too close for his combination. This is what we're going to work on today. The combinations, what he's going to be throwing, how I'm going to absorb that movement, counter that movement, and put him on the ground. Okay, now in very slow motion, watch what happens. Steve is going to throw a very simple front kick at me. Now I'm here. Sure, I might be able to grab it. I might be able to block. But if I block it, what's going to keep him from countering with those hand techniques or stepping straight down and coming back around with another movement to where it might score on me or hurt me? What I want to simply do is he comes in, I'm out of the way. Now, main thing, Steve has to try to hit you. If you're going to work this with an opponent, it doesn't do good to do this, because he doesn't travel any distance. So you have to try to hit me right here. Boom. Now look at the distance. What happened? See, I had to back up a little bit. He has to come forward. Now I backed up, but see how he covered the distance? Now watch how he does this again. From here, boom. Now look. Look how he leans into it. Now, I want to show you something very simple. Back up just a little bit, Steve. Now he comes in with that front kick. Boom. One more time, watch. Do that again. Now, when I say hold your balance, hold your balance. Come. Hold your balance. Son of a gun. He can't. He has to come forward. There is no way that he can't. So just for a second, I want you to throw that kick, then come back with a roundhouse kick. Boop. Or takedown. So just for a split second, he is what? Off balance. Once that leg comes up, it has to come down. It can't stay up there forever. I've tried that. It doesn't work. So what happens now is very simply, Steve comes in for the takedown. I get out of the way from here. Now I can come in for this takedown here. I'm here. I can do several things from here. I can very simply reach underneath, pick him up, which has a tendency to ruin his whole day. Or I can come here. Remember our takedown, our reverse pancake, our reverse takedown? Boom. From this position, and now he's down. Now, see how he's holding up my weight? I get fairly heavy from this position. Plus also, the elbow to the back of the head has a tendency of bothering him a little bit. Punching. Or, in some position, look where this wrist is. I can come around here, boom. And now I have an arm bar. Wham. There are basically two types of roundhouse kicks my opponent are going to throw. He's going to slide up with the front leg, throw the roundhouse kick, which is a lot quicker than the one out of the rear leg. But you have to understand, the rear leg is power, the front leg is speed. Now, because it's not a driving type movement on this particular movement, I'm not going to back up. If he throws the roundhouse kick from here and I back out, see, now he's still got distance because he's not going to travel so far. Now I have to try to drop in. Easier for me to do is when this kick comes around, I just protect that whole area. See how the shoulder protects? Look how he ends up. So from here now, he throws, I block, come in, boom, from this position here. I still got the, and I can drop on the groin, punch to the stomach, or stepped on the face. Now, again, watch. Now, you can either be a trip or a sweep. Again, slowly, block, lock it. Now, I can either just step through and trip to cover a little bit of distance, or let's say we're on concrete. And I don't want this fight to last very long. Plus, also, he might have a couple friends. They don't know me, so I'm not going to stay around very long. He throws the kick. I defend, coming in here. Now I just sweep it out from underneath him. What happens to the head? That's hard down there. And if nothing else, I can break here or drop in again. But remember, like in the previous tapes, I control a limb. Always. Watch again now. The sweep. He kicks. I block. Lock it. Step in, sweep it out from underneath. There you go, boom, or combinations. Okay, now, that was a rear leg. Watch again, watch the rear leg. See what I have to do? I have to defend here. Then I have to wrap, and then come in and pivot to get him off balance. On this particular exercise, he's going to use his front leg to kick. So I don't have the time that I would normally have to think about what I would do. It's basically the same type of movement. He slides up, I pivot. Now look, see how I'm protecting again? Not here, but the whole ball of wax. But you notice I switch. Why? Watch. From here, boom. Now I want to grab. See this lower arm here hooks it. Now pull it back. Kind of stuck, isn't it? So from here, I hook here, or I can come here. See, now I'm holding him up, right? If I let go, he has to go down. So here's the movement. He's coming in, boom, come in, boom. And the knee again to the crotch, the punch, or the step to the face. What you have to understand, I have to control the kicking movement. This doesn't work. because he'll just pull that back, or better yet, step straight down, and this happens. But if I come in here and lock, now pull it down, drop down, drop down, drop down, come on, try to do something. See, I've got him now, because my weight's holding it up, not just my hands. So I lock that thing. Again, I'm controlling a pillar, the things that are holding him up. Again, he kicks, boom, step in, sweep, here. There's the knee and the crotch, the punch, or a variety of things. Or I can come in here and twist the knee, because I still got control of the pillar. Again, I'm a kicker, and I think it is absolutely wonderful when somebody says, when let's say Steve throws a side kick at me, he slides in, and I sidestep the kick. Or he comes in, and I slide inside the kick, and I do all my fancy stuff. I would give them hundreds of dollars if they let me throw any kick that I want to throw and have them step inside it. If you don't know what kick I'm going to throw, which most of us don't, how are you going to be able to say, well, I'm going to step inside it? Because you don't have the time. What you do have the time to do is to get out of the way. Okay, now watch. What I want Steve to do right now is to try to really nail me with that side kick. Watch what I have to do to get out of the way. But you also see what happens to Steve's balance. When you're practicing with a partner, and to work these combinations, you kind of have to practice with a partner. Don't do it this way. Let's back up a little, Steve. Now, don't have your partner pose for that picture and not really try to hit you. Let's say Steve slides up for the kick, and he just throws the kick. Well, see, he's not trying to hit me, so how am I going to maintain any kind of a distance? Same thing again. Now watch. See, it's there, but it's not there, because look at the distance that I don't have now. I want my opponent, the bad guy here, to really nail me. Come on forward, please. I want you to really nail me with a kick. Now look what I have to do. See, I got to get out of the way. But you also see what he did. The leg comes up, the leg goes down. Look where I'm at right now. Look where I'm at. This is where it all starts. Now granted, look where he is. But I'm not going to stay here for very long, because it's going to take a certain length of time for that foot to get from there down to the floor. Now it's my turn. Here, boom. Now from this position, I can do a very safe, boom, here, and I'm right on top of him. From here again, I can grab under here. Now look how I have the arm. Look how I have this arm. I can grab here, pick him up, dump him on his head. I come in for this maneuver. I still have this arm. Pull your right arm out. It's kind of stuck in it. So now I can control him this way. If he tries to come up on his hands and knees, all I do is put my elbow right there in the small of the back. Okay, one more time. Again. Oh, here. Now again, where I'm at, see where it is? I can move from here. I can either take him forward by tripping him, come back up. I'm here, see my head isn't close. I can come back this way. I can ride him in this way. Very many different things I can do because I'm on the inside of him. Watch again how he has to cover distance to strike me. And there's the balance. I can sweep it, or don't put it out. Or I can come in and grab. I don't care where that arm is. Stick your arm straight up in here. See, I'm here. Elbow me. Come on, elbow me. See, there's no power there. Look at this arm. I can grab it now. I can grab underneath. Now very simply from here, all I do is sit down. Come up. Look what happens. Look at the arm. I can punch him myself. Okay, let's say sometimes now, rather than being right side forward, my opponent is left side forward. All he's going to do is slide in to throw that kick again, same movement, but look where I'm at. See where I'm at now? Now I can come in and grab here, and I can come in and trip this one. And I'm between his legs taking him down. I can come in elbow that, or I can choke him. Here, from here, get your arm bar in from the elbow, forearm, or coming in. Here, from here, get your arm bar in from the elbow, forearm, or coming in. One thing that you have to think about now on the spinning hook kick, anytime my opponent spins, just for a brief second, I'm out of focus. I'm out of sight of him. It's a blind technique just for a split second. This is when I want to be able to react. Steve's in his position. He starts to spin. Now I want to be here. I want to be here. See where I'm at? Now I don't care how hard he spins, how hard he throws anything. I'm here because my head's going to be right against his back. Now he can even elbow me. And he can be here, but I'm still protected. So from this position again, he spins. Boom. And you see where I'm at? This is where I want to be. Now the first one, all I'm going to do is very simply, not tripping, but just fall down in this position here, because I want to stay with my opponent. I'm here now. I can move up, punch to the ribs, elbow to the face, because I'm still on top. And I've kept his arms from being able to move. From here, now you see where my head is different now? From this position now, if you can hear me, my head is down to the back. Why? See where this elbow is? If I'm here, what happens? Bloop, I run right into that. So I want to protect all the time. So when Steve spins, I'm right here. See, because I know the leg has to come up, so that's my pocket right there. He comes in, boom. See where I'm at? See where I'm at? My head's down, hard for him to elbow me, as opposed to this position. So I'm down here. I can very simply now, all I'm going to do is sit down, watch the balance, boom. And I'm on top here. I can walk up to this position, punch, punch, or whatever to this position. Now the reverse of that, let's say he spins slowly, and I get my head down to this position here, and I take him to the rear. Now what I'm going to do is take him to the front, because I want to end up on top with his chest on the mat. I can control him much better in that position, working my choking techniques, working arm bars, working elbows, working punches, or some joint twisting techniques. He comes and spins, boom, sweep in this position. Now look at here, look what I have. Look what I have here. Now I want you to tell me when it starts hurting, Steve. Right there. See, I'm taking it to where it's not supposed to go. And I'm not using my arm strength, I'm just leaning. Now what happens if I snap real hard, going down? Has a tendency to ruin his day. If I don't get it, let's say something like this happens, all I do is walk up. See, I'm still putting the pressure here because my knee is up. I've got a good lock on the knee. I've got him here, he's not going. Let's try to scoot forward. See, I can just do this all day long. Then I can just grab his hair, pull it back, or I can grab here, elbow, punch, or whatever. For the practitioners that throw the spinning back kick, the minute he spins, I'm safe. I am perfectly safe in this position. Now granted, in a point karate tournament or in a full contact or kickboxing tournament or a Muay Thai tournament, this is not the place to be. Because I do this, the referee say break, 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 break. You can't do that. But out on the street or tough man contest or some kind of a legitimate or illegitimate fight to where you're going to find out who's the best at doing whatever they do, this is a great place for me to be. Great place, because even if he does elbow me, it's not that hard. But I'm going to have the head in here, so if he does elbow, it's funny how I can turn around. Now, look, I have a hold of him. I have a hold of him. All I got to do is simply reach